Hello there, I hope you're keeping well. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nyawera Mwendwa and my channel is all about spiritual growth, motherhood and entrepreneurship. Now, being a parent to a special child requires a lot of grace and strength. My guest today will be sharing her journey, her story about her daughter, Erika, and how she's a living, breathing testimony. So don't go away, I'll be right back.
Boop boop. Sit.
Ya pink.
Aya, you okay now? See, I'm holding you.
Unaweza kunyachilia tu sasa.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay, see which song are we going to see? Okay, we do finish the lyrics. How many songs do you know?
Too much.
You know too much. Even me, I don't even know too much. You were telling me last time about the restaurants in the US. How many restaurants do we have in the US?
I don't know, but I know how they're called.
What are they called?
One is called Subway, one Chili's, one KFC in Kenya, and one in America.
McDonald's.
Starbucks. Another one called
Wendy's. Oh my God. That
Put
is a lot. I put
That's the first one.
this one, huh?
There it is.
This one.
Yeah.
It is starting. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you sure? Let's start.
Number one. Wait a second. Lion King?
Good.
Lion King.
That's Lion King.
Let me see. It's
Two.
Look.
Yeah,
Lion
she
King.
got it.
Hey, good job! Welcome, Ellena, to my channel.
Thank you.
Thank you for creating this time to talk to us. Even as you introduce yourself, take us back to when you received the bundle of joy, baby Erika.
So my name is Helen Hosioma. I'm a mother of two. My daughter Erika is 7 years old, and I have a son who is 2 years old, Jabali.
Yeah.
So I gave birth to Erika back in 2014. My pregnancy journey was okay. I can say like I didn't have any other complications until I normally have instincts that are very strong. So this day I wake up and I feel like calling my mom. I call my mom and I tell her, Mom, I feel like you need to come. So my mom is like, why? You're only 7 months. Why do you want me to come?
Yeah.
So she came, and that night I didn't sleep well.
Okay.
I felt like I'm having labor pains.
Okay.
So then I was staying with my brother. He was married. So my sister-in-law was like, those might be false, so we might go to the hospital.
Yeah.
They just check you. But I don't think 7 months, you still have like 2 months to go. So
Yeah, I know. So there's nothing much to worry about.
So there's another hospital that is on Kawangware Lavington Road. We checked in, and upon measuring, I had dilated like 4.
Okay.
So they had to admit me.
Yes, automatically.
And for checkups and stuff. That night was long. So one thing I live to tell people, if like nursing is a calling, but we have these people who just do it for the sake of money, because the nurse I had that night was like, that is when I started my prayer journey. Actually that night we lost like 2 kids at birth. Is when you could see the head of the baby, and the mother is being told to walk to labor room, so the baby just dropped. So you see, I'm pregnant, like I'm due, and you see that it is traumatizing. I really prayed and I told God, if you can hold this baby, please, I don't want to give birth tonight.
Okay.
God answered. So in the morning around 7, dilated around 6.
Okay.
Yeah, so he told me we need to induce.
Yes.
I wasn't ready. I hadn't packed.
No.
Actually,
You're
I
just
didn't-
coming in for a checkup.
I'm just coming.
You know?
So I didn't have literally anything. I told them I feel like I need to go to the ladies. They tell me no, that is the baby coming. So they take me to the labor room.
Yeah.
One person who is scared of injections and in pain.
Okay.
Yes, so I was not in a position to push. I could push, nikiona kitu inatoka, I get scared. So I take the baby back. Yes. So the male nurse stood and he was from my stomach down, he was helping me push the baby. And then the lady was now waiting for the baby
to come out.
Yes. So the lady took a pair of scissors, but then I could read the male nurse's facial expression, like, what are you doing? This baby looks small.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
So immediately, akanikata.
Oh, so that
Yes,
can,
so that
the baby can come out.
come out.
Oh, no.
So in that process, I don't know what happened, but the baby came out. Didn't cry immediately.
Okay.
So they noticed and they did like what they normally do, and in like a second the baby cried. They put her aside.
Okay.
Now it was they had to clean me up and stuff. So they injected me to stop the bleeding, but then it did not stop. I think she touched her vein, so it did not stop. So they noticed now this is not stopping after like 30 minutes after. My brother came. I was referred to Nairobi Women. Hurlingham, I went to theatre, but
by the grace of God, you survived.
I survived. I think God had seen the work I had ahead, and it was like, you're not going anywhere.
You can't disappear
You
now.
are here to stay.
Yeah.
So after that, I stayed at the hospital for like a week. Then I was discharged.
Ah, good.
I went home. My daughter was healthy, so beautiful.
Mommy is
healthy. Mommy is healthy. Then Erica's milestones were okay. She was developing so well. We didn't see any alarming. Like even when I was taking her for clinics,
everything
even
was
the weight
okay.
gain and everything
Amazing.
else was okay.
Yeah. So when now you've gone home with a healthy baby, you're now getting well, recuperating, getting a new job, you've moved to your house. When was that time that you noticed something was wrong with Erica?
So one day, that was somewhere around, I can remember it was August 3rd.
Okay.
I was at work. I get a call. So I got home and my girl, because I've never, I'm a first time mom. I've never seen someone that sick. Like, so I get home and I'm so confused. Then we didn't even have the Ubers. It's taxi. Taxis then they were so expensive.
Yes.
I couldn't even think of even picking one. So I took a matatu. There's another hospital along Naivasha Road. So we got there. It was an emergency. We got admitted. And they told me she has a severe pneumonia. So we were there for like a week. She was getting better. We got discharged with drugs. But the following day, you could tell like again,
she's not getting better.
She was looking distressed, like in terms of breathing and everything else. So I took her to another different hospital.
Okay.
Again, severe pneumonia, got admitted for like a week. We were discharged. After another 2 days, she doesn't look okay.
And she's still on medication then?
She's still on medication, but you see now what happens when you take her to another different hospital. Of course, they change medication, so you'll stop giving her the one she was taking and start.
Oh no.
Yes. So I took her to another different hospital again. We were there for like another 1 week, and then after discharge, I was referred to Kijabe.
Okay.
So they were suspecting a cerebral palsy because of the history of her not crying.
Okay. At birth.
At birth. So they were like, probably this has to be cerebral palsy. But then I was sent for an MRI
Okay.
for the brain. and echo and ECG. We did all that. So from the MRI, it was concluded that she has mild cerebral palsy. Yes. I think that is because her speech was okay, and in terms of physical appearance, she was, So I was advised immediately to start therapy and regular visits to see a doc to see like what's happening and stuff. So she was okay until 2018. Now, because now I was having issues with house girls and stuff. So my job, I was about to lose my job. So my mom is like, let me go home with Erica. Then once we get a house girl, because then we didn't even have a feeding tube. She was feeding orally. She was stable, had support, she could sit. She was actually okay. Then she hadn't deteriorated to where we are right now. So she was like, let me go home. Then once we get a house girl, you'll come pick them. So mom went home with the girl. One day around 5, they started seeing like, this girl is training on breathing. So they take her to level 5 in kissing. But now they did not tell me. This is 5, 6 until 9, no one is communicating. I'm trying to call them, no one is picking up. And in me, I'm like,
there must be something.
Something is amiss. At 4, I didn't even report to work. I took a matatu to kiss. They did not even know I was going.
But I
always, my instincts, I always trust them. I get home. So actually when I was at Narok, mom calls me. Now that's when she's giving me the report like the video. I'm like, it's okay, I'm on my way. Anyway, I'm coming. I got to the hospital, I'm like, this is not my baby.
Oh no.
She had struggled because she was just on normal oxygen and they were not giving her enough. Yes, they were not nebulizing. And then you see this one, she was supposed to be on some specific medication, and there's some things they were supposed to do ASAP. So I went to the nurse and I'm like, this girl needs to be nebulized urgently. They told me we don't do that here. I'm like, so what? So
what happened?
What happens?
Yes.
I was so desperate. I stepped out, went to no other private, because then I had a medical cover. Yes, so I went out to some other private hospitals around to ask if they can help. Just nebulize. I was so desperate. So they told me, it's very hard to nebulize a kid from a different hospital and bring it back. So unless they don't want to give me a referral. I was so desperate. So I sang this nebulization for 2 days. So this day, I remember I was just standing on my daughter's bed. You could tell this girl is not doing well at all. So I tell God, I need you now. Actually, I went and picked a chair from some lady who was standing, and I told God, I want you to sit here now.
Come on.
Just saw something. Yes. And I'm like, what is your plan? Wow. Immediately, some doc comes in. Didn't come to see my daughter, came to see some other kid. So there's a nurse who was in charge that day, looked at me, and I think I don't know what she saw. And then she told the doc, I know you didn't come to see her, but kindly, we need you to see Erica. So the doc is like, no, I'm on a tight schedule, come here, please. You have to beg again. She looked at me, I think God is like, I'm here now, I'm in charge. So the doctor comes and she's like, oh my God, why have you killed this cow? This was her statement. If you could have nebulized this girl 4 hourly, I didn't even wait for her to finish. I'm like, did you say nebulization?
That's exactly what I told
discharge. Her. The doc is like, I'm not the one. Hey, it's okay. Just you've done your job. Yes. Discharge. So my mom is like, she's a mental case. That's what actually my mom told them. Just let her go. I will clear the bills. So they follow me with the oxygen and an ambulance. So we get to Kisumu, get admitted in ICU for 1 week. We go to the ward. So from ICU, we were told She's stable now. Like,
Okay.
you know, the problem was the breathing and everything else.
She's
She
stable.
was on very strong medication. She's stable. Go to the ward for just normal, like, checkup and stuff. Then in a week, you're going home. So me, I'm like, hey, at last, I'm going home, and from home, I'm going back to Nairobi with my kid. I'm not gonna let, even if I'm gonna lose this job, I'm gonna stay with my kid. That was not the plan. So we get to the ward. The doctor was given was something else. I kept on changing medication for Erica. Like today he'll give this, he comes like there's no change. Tomorrow he'll give this. Then one day he tells me, Mama Erica, I think Erica doesn't have pneumonia. I'm like, what do you think? I think Erica has a TB.
No.
Yes. But I'm like, we've never treated TB for Erica. Like, since 2015 August, I have treated pneumonia, and these are the way she is here, it is what has been happening to her. So there's no TB here.
Yes.
It's just that right now she's weak from you changing medication and stuff. Please, those drugs are something else. They are very strong. My daughter is so weak, she's not been eating, so please. So I tell him, before you administer,
Get a
kindly
second
test.
Oh, test. No.
Yes.
Okay.
The guiding test.
So why did he looked at the symptoms and
Yes.
diagnosed the baby with TB?
With TB.
Without testing?
He didn't test. So around 7, that's when they were giving medication. The TB drugs are supposed to be 3. So there's one that is, I don't know whether to call it beige, brown, green, some color. So they didn't find that one. So they started with 2. My dear, immediately they gave Erica that drug. I saw my daughter turn pale. Her eyes were sickening. Like she was, you could tell, she started like diarrhea. She just went once, and the oxygen
Came down.
There are like how many doctors surrounding my daughter, including the ICU guy. So they tried everything, my dear. I could not stand. I could not sit. I could not kneel. I was looking at them doing
So
everything.
helpless,
The oxygen was not, my daughter was not responding. Like you could tell she's
going down.
And I asked, I remember there's a voice I knew. I just said, God. That was the just one word that was coming from my mouth. God. And I had a voice. Have you forgotten me?
Oh.
I heard a wind. It blew me from where I was standing. This is a real life story. It blew me from where I was standing to my daughter's bedside. All the time I get admitted with Erica, I have to carry my Bible with me. I just found myself in my daughter's bedside. I picked her Bible. It's like I saw light. I picked my Bible and I opened. You know that I don't know whether you've ever done that. The one you just open a verse and
you open now.
Yes.
But now the doctors are still resuscitating.
Yes.
You move.
But then they're one by one they're living.
All right.
There you can tell they're living.
Okay.
I prayed. And I remember one thing I told God, in this hospital, you know, people hear that you heal. They have never seen it.
Let it be seen in my daughter.
People hear that you've raised the dead, but they have never seen it. So today, you're not going to take my daughter. Now it was becoming physical, like I was like, they were like, no, this lady is not okay. You need to handcuff her and all that. Because this is what she's doing is not normal. So they came, but one of them is like, no, let her pray. My dear, I prayed. God gave me a song. He's like, you know, you wanted these people to know that I am there. Now, you have to praise me. And actually, it happened to be one of our favorite songs.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Katika kiti chako cha enzi. Immediately that song comes to a stop. There was no doctor at Erica's bedside.
They already left.
Yes, because they knew this one oxygen with 0 is...
She's gone.
My dear, it did not go 10, 50 watts.
No, shoots up.
100. Yes, and Erica started coming out. It's like she's coming out from chains. It's like she's being opened up and stuff. She was all stretching. So the nurse again had to call the doctors.
Yes.
Like she's
screaming, calling the doctor. You need to see this.
I just told them, no, leave her.
Yeah.
Let God finish what he has started.
Hey.
Some ladies like, I need your God.
Come on.
You know. So there was a problem. The anti-TB drugs had damaged Erica's organs.
For
the
sure.
liver enzymes were reading at around 2,800. The kidneys are not functioning. One of the lungs...
So things were shutting down. Yeah.
Things were shutting down. Like you could put... Then we had a tube through her nose. You could put the food and it just comes out. The same way, no digestion is taking place. So they called my brother. My brother flew into Kisumu. And now he was having her one-on-one with the doc, and the doc is like, this kid, I'm sorry, you see her now, but she's not. Yeah, she's just shutting down. So we called an ambulance. We get like 5 ambulances. They come, they look at the report, they look at the patient, they go back.
They refuse to take the patient?
Yes, because the report is saying this kid can't get to Nairobi.
Okay.
There's no organ. Also the liver, at the moment we're at around 3,000. You know, you get to 4,000, that's liver failure. So it's like you can tell this is...
They can tell you won't get to Nairobi.
Even the way the patient is. And we couldn't take a flight.
Oh, why?
Because she can go up, but because of the forces she cannot come down. So you have to do road. So ask God, so why did you wake her up if you're not coming down again? And one guy walks in, just like that. And that is the way ever since I've been dealing with my God. He walks in, he's a kissy. He, I don't know, just talk some things there. So they told him, this girl needs to be intubated. But the ambulance guy is like, no, if you intubate this girl the way she is, she will not come out of the intubation. It is gonna be bad. So for that we just go, let anything happen on the way. But I'm not gonna intubate this girl. It's gonna do more damage. So we get to Nairobi after 7 hours drive. That was my first time I saw an ambulance get into a petrol station.
Oh my God.
I have never seen. Yes.
You get to Nairobi.
We get to Nairobi. Immediately, I got like 5 doctors. They started attending on Erica and stuff. She was admitted in ICU. We stayed in hospital for like 8 months.
What?
Yes.
How old was she then?
3.
She was 3 years.
Yes.
Still believing that it's a mild cerebral palsy.
Yes. Okay. Erica lost a lot of weight until we got, I think, to 6 kgs. You could completely count the ribs. You could see the body formation. So one day they break the news because of the way she is. Even if she comes back home, it will be very hard for her to gain weight through mouth
oral
feeding. Yes. So they tell me they need to put a tube. Oh, where? That was another fight.
After all you've gone through, you're going dictating now.
Yeah, I'm asking.
Yes.
Now, my daughter has been eating through her mouth.
Yes. Why are you telling me
now,
she can't eat?
How? Which tube? Where? How is it? So I had like a lot of questions and no one was answering.
Yeah.
So it's feeding time. Erica is not limited. She doesn't have any allergy to any feeds. So we blend. She literally does everything else as long as it is blended. So like right now, this is ugali, auntie.
Spaghetti.
She did spaghetti and spinach.
And spinach and egg.
So she blended.
Okay.
So we normally feed after every 3 hours. And then the other thing, because at the moment we are around 35, we are around 35 kgs. So between we do between 260 to 280. So what we do, because we want her to rest, so we'll give her 4 of these. The first time,
yes.
Then we let her rest for like 25 to 30 minutes, and then we add her another 4.
Okay.
And then we let her rest for like 1 hour to 1.5 hours, then we give her water.
All right.
The water too, she can do like maybe 180. Yes.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
So when did cerebral palsy cease not to be and to be something else?
When I was in Kenyatta, Erica talks a lot.
Okay.
Even in her pain. I remember when she was in ICU, she could just through her like the machines and stuff to tell the nurses, put for me, Jesus loves me.
Oh,
yes,
Lord.
she loved that. So I think the way she was talking kind of got an attention of one of the neurologist at Kenyatta. So the doctor comes and asks me, so what with this kid? Give me the history. I tell her, yeah, this is Erica. Then she was around 4 years old with mild cerebral palsy, and just looks at me like, this is not mild cerebral palsy, Mom.
No, now she doesn't have cerebral palsy.
Yes.
I
So
can't.
I'm like,
No.
you know now. In
Oh, no, you're excited.
I'm excited, yes. My daughter is not having
You're expecting
yes,
for
good
something
news.
else. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Oh my goodness.
Sorry, so he tells me, but don't be happy yet. I'm like, why?
We need to do something.
Yes. I'm suspecting your daughter might be having what we call SMA. I look at him like, SMA.
What is SMA?
I come home. I remember I was seated on that chair.
So you've been told to go home
and read
about SMA.
SMA in full is spinal muscular atrophy. So it's a very rare genetic condition that affects the spine and the neuromotors. So what that means, the muscles waste. Yes, the waste, and it gets to a point, it's very aggressive. So SMA has 4 types. Yes.
Okay.
So with the types, it depends when this person started showing symptoms.
Okay.
Yes, so there's a type 1, that is when the kid is from 0 to around 6 months. So this is type 1 is more severe because then this kid hasn't attained any milestone.
Yeah, for sure.
So most of the kids who get them, like, they have to be helped in breathing and feeding and everything else. So with the type 2 that Erica has, you see, with Erica it started from 8 months. They normally say it's from 6 to 18, but for her I started seeing the signs
at
when
8 months.
At 8 months. Most of the doctors tend to miss it. Yeah, so for Erica, she had actually stood. Erica stood, she was walking around the table.
Erica is diagnosed with mild cerebral palsy. And then at some point it was pneumonia, you know. And I mean TB, talk about TB. All these are wrong diagnoses. And then now finally the correct diagnosis,
Spinal muscular
SMA. I mean, I want to understand your mind at this point. What was going through your mind?
When I read about it, what struck me was the death. I don't know whether to call it a death sentence, but the expiry. It's correct time to use it, because they normally tell you there's some, because of the way muscles waste and it's very aggressive, you know, now it will get to a point, there's a time this kid will not get to. Like in type 1, they tell you this kid will not get to 2 years. Type 2, they tell you this kid will not get to 5 years. In me, I'm like, so you mean I have until 5 years? So it's like I have 2 years.
Oh my God.
with my daughter. So we booked for a test and we do it. Tukafanya and it was sent to South Africa.
Okay.
So we were told like after 2 weeks, we'll get 2 to 3 weeks, we'll get the results.
Okay.
So I dress up. I don't know what I was thinking because in me I was like, it's negative.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I picked the results. So she gives me the report and she's like, it's positive.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness.
I remember I cried.
Oh Lord.
I cried like, Sasa, the trigger.
Yeah.
My depression came back
Oh Lord.
full time. This time I didn't want, because now I felt like I didn't know how to face my daughter. Because
Anymore,
like,
yeah. Because now how do I deal with this again?
This, what is happening? Like, so I felt like there are so many things that happening in her life. So in my mind, am I like, can I be the cause? You know, there's so many things.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Okay.
what could I have done right? Or where did I go wrong? You know, those questions that didn't even have answers.
How is your family now? Are they supporting?
Yes.
Okay.
Very.
All right.
Very, very, very. Because now this
So that's one pillar. If you don't have it.
Actually, I normally tell people if it were not for my family, I think then I could have died a very long time ago.
I can imagine.
So we received the report, and so I had to take it back to the doctor. So he tells me what I can do. I'll give you a number, some numbers to some mothers.
Oh,
at least you know with them you will understand. So one time I think I was going through Facebook and stuff. I saw some other story. So the lady is called Mama Haga. She was the first mother for her son to be diagnosed with.
Okay.
So I called her and we talked. She was very positive. She encouraged me.
At least there's some light,
Yeah,
you know.
she told me, I have a son. We talk a lot. And then I'm like, Kumbe, it's not even that bad.
At least.
Yeah, it's not even that bad. So she tells me, you know, with this name, it's just a managerial condition. You just have to manage.
Okay.
Yes.
I just want to find out, as a mother with a special need who's able differently, what motivates you? What gives you strength? And actually, just to address your depression, there could be a mother outside there who's going through a similar condition or a different condition and they've hit rock bottom. What has helped you? First, tell us what has motivated you and what has helped you look at Erika differently and just gather that courage.
So I will start with the depression. You see, with depression, the number one, you have to accept.
Okay.
You have to acknowledge. You see, like for example, the reason I have come this far with Erika is accepting. Yes, like
Fantastic.
This is Erika. She has this condition. There's nothing really much I can do about it to change, because if then I had,
of course,
could have.
exactly.
Yeah, so accepting is one of the number one. And then number two is talk about it.
Okay.
It makes me feel light. They normally say a problem when shared is half solved.
It's half solved.
Then my family. My family is my pillar.
Oh wow.
Like I don't know where I could have been right now with this.
Okay.
With the journey I have come with this girl. I don't think I could have reached this far. They have really stood up with me. So the second question with Erika. Number one is Erika herself. Erika has a spirit, like poetry. She's like, this is me. Just take me the way I am. Yes, there's nothing really much you're gonna do about it. And you know, they normally say there's nothing that happens to Dr. Rizzo. Erika has taught me patience. You know. Erika has taught me forgiveness.
Oh wow.
Yes. And
Erika
then
has
I think I've learned there's nothing that is impossible.
Amen.
Yeah.
Oh wow, amazing. Oh, thank you so much, Ellena,
Thank you.
for sharing your journey. And I'm happy that you're in a support group, you support others. And I mean, may God bless you and may God continue to provide for you.
I
mean, I was just talking to her and I'm telling you, you're a champion. I mean, her courage and her confidence, even as she talks about this journey. I mean, your faith, oh my goodness, her faith is something else. Yeah, and I think that's what I'm carrying home, even as a mom, that faith is equally important. Yeah. Thank you so much. All right, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
See you. This is Erica's medical room. So I have an oxygen concentrator. I'm sorry, I'm using a lot of boxes that are not even for this.
It's all right.
This is a suction machine. I have two. So this is another one. This is the way the suction machine looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a concentrator. In here, I have Erica's, because she feeds through a feeding tube. I have, these are her syringes. These are the things for changing her peg and stuff.
Yeah.
At times, I do home care. So here I have syringes and needles. Here too, I have like all her medical supplies.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I literally have a lot. So this is the set for a peg. What happens, this one I normally keep it for backup, because at times that peg I'm supposed to change it after every 6 to 8 months. So this is the oxygen cylinder. So the reason I have the oxygen cylinder, I have an oxygen concentrator. You have to be where there's electricity for the concentrator to work. So one, I'm able, in case that one has the power is not on, I'm able to put her on the oxygen cylinder. And then the other thing, that one goes up to only 5 liters. The oxygen concentrator. So yes, you can only give her up to 5 liters. So that one depends with the distress she's having. Yes, so there's a time maybe she's really struggling so much that she needs more support. This one goes up to 15 liters. So in case that one is not enough for her, then I'm able to put her on the oxygen cylinder.
Amazing. You're all set up.
I'm all set up. So by the time we are going to the hospital, it's when maybe now she has to be maybe in HDU, I'm in ICU, maybe now she needs more medical attention.
Doing well, Mama.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Yeah.